मेरा फोन पास में रखियो मेरे भाई जसपाल, तेरा फोन इसके लैपटॉप के पास में रखियो मेरे। बस 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 बेटा। नमस्कार, स्वागतम। आज हम आदरणीय सुनील जोशी जी के बहुत ही आभारी हैं कि आज उत्तराखंड आयुर्वेद विश्वविद्यालय ने, हमारी कामधेनु गौशाला समिति ने हमें ये अवसर प्रदान किया कि इंडिपेंडेंट रिसर्च एथिक्स सोसाइटी अपनी 614वीं पड़ाव आज हरिद्वार में आप लोगों के साथ सम्मिलित होकर अभिभूत हैं हम। धन्यवाद, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आदरणीय सुनील जोशी जी को, उत्तराखंड आयुर्वेद विश्वविद्यालय के सभी पदाधिकारियों को और ऑर्गेनाइजिंग कमेटी को और आदरणीय वीके अग्निहोत्री सर को जिन्होंने ये संभव कराया। मैं बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देता हूं सभी सुनने वालों को, और समय नष्ट न करते हुए मैं आदरणीय विष्णु प्रसाद शर्मा जी से उनके स्वागत आशीर्वचन की आकांक्षा रखता हूं। आदरणीय विष्णु प्रसाद शर्मा जी।
नमस्कार, गुड मॉर्निंग टू एवरीबॉडी। रेस्पेक्टेड वाइस चांसलर डॉक्टर सुनील जोशी
सर, स्क्रीन से जुड़ गए हैं, प्रोफेसर परमिशन मांगिए, स्क्रीन से जुड़ गए हैं।
बहुत अच्छा सर, बहुत अच्छा।
ठीक है, शुड आई स्टार्ट? हाँ ठीक है। तो रेस्पेक्टेड डॉक्टर स्टार्ट कर लिया जाए डॉक्टर साहब? स्टार्ट कर, हाँ ओके
स्टार्ट करिए। अब तो स्क्रीन पर फुल स्क्रीन आ गया है।
अच्छा ठीक है। नमस्कार, गुड मॉर्निंग टू एवरीबॉडी। रेस्पेक्टेड वाइस चांसलर, ऑनरेबल वाइस चांसलर डॉक्टर सुनील जोशी जी, respected Professor V.K. Agnihotri ji, member from the Uttarakhand Ayurveda University, distinguished guest, eminent speaker, ladies and gentlemen. I, Professor Dr. Vishnu Prasad Sharma, welcome all of you to this morning webinar on International Ayurveda Conclave. In this webinar, we have eminent guest speaker. So I want to welcome, first I want to welcome Dr. Sunil Joshi, Vice Chancellor, Uttarakhand Ayurveda University. Namaskar sir, and welcome you to this International Ayurveda Conclave. Next, I want to welcome Dr. S. Ojit from New Zealand. Namaskar sir, and welcome you to this morning webinar. Next, I want to welcome Dr. Soikat Kumar Basu from Alberta. Namaskar sir, and welcome you to this morning webinar. Next, I want to welcome Dr. Ish Sharma from Mauritius. Namaskar sir, and welcome you to this International Ayurveda Conclave. Next, I want to welcome Dr. Venkat and Joshi from London. Namaskar sir, and welcome you to this morning webinar. Next, I want to welcome Dr. Shekhar Annam Bhotla from Pennsylvania. Namaskar sir, and welcome you to this morning webinar. I welcome all the guest speaker, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and my dear student to this morning webinar on International Ayurveda Conclave. Namaskar, over to Pawan ji. Namaskar.
थैंक यू सर। मैं आदरणीय सुनील जोशी जी का पुनः बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद ज्ञापित करता हूं, और आदरणीय अग्निहोत्री जी को मंच संचालन का थोड़ी देर के लिए दायित्व मैं सौंप रहा हूं। मैं जस्ट शेखर आ चुका है। थैंक यू।
Thank you, Professor Pawan Kumar Sharma ji, and welcome to all the dignitaries of our country and, of course, of abroad. First of all, I would like to extend my thanks to the organizers, namely Deen Dayal Kamadhenu Gaushala Samiti and Uttarakhand Ayurved Vishwavidyalaya. So, I would like to seek the permission from our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Sunil Joshi ji, to allow us to proceed with this webinar, which is of hybrid nature. And here we are going to be enriched with the knowledge regarding the current issue of our today's webinar and the whole 3 days our conclave of 2023 pertaining to the use of Ayush products in reference to the animals, especially the veterinary section. So, Professor Vice Chancellor sir, I seek your permission to proceed further. Most welcome. Thank you, Professor Sunil Joshi ji, our respected Honorable Vice Chancellor Uttarakhand Ayurved Vishwavidyalaya. We know we have stepped in for 614th webinar, that too of international status. So, गायन्ति देवा किलगीत कानी धन्यास्तुते भारत भूमि भागे. We from the Bharat Bhumi extend a great warm welcome on today's morning those who are residing away from this Bharat Bhumi, though they are our NRIs and having great affinity and attachment with our nation, that is Bharat Varsh. So we are fortunate enough to have such galaxy of great dignitaries, the distinguished guest speakers who will definitely enlighten us with their knowledge to the greater cause of the Ayush system and its applicability over the veterinary section. So it's a good combination. It's a good combination and alignment that how Ayush, with all its disciplines, be helpful to treat with the veterinary problems. And not only that, even the plain maintenance of health is equally being meted out with the help of our Ayurvedic product. May it be our khali, our bhusa, our all these straw and everything, even our jaggery, everything we use for the maintenance of health of our Gau Mata, and so for the other animals, along with our preparations, right from the oils and other things, if they are having any disease on the way of their life journey. So with these starting words, I welcome all the guest speakers of international repute, and we are direly in need of their knowledge to share with. Thank you so much, and over to Pawan Sharma ji for further conduction. Thank you. Sir, आप mute हैं?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. आज हमारे साथ मॉरिशस से चेयर ऑफ आयुर्वेद मॉरिशस जुड़े हुए हैं. मैं मेरे भाई ईश शर्मा जी को बुलाऊं. उसके पहले प्रोग्राम के कर्णधार हैं उनको उद्घाटन के लिए बुलाना चाहता हूं. सर, नमन है आपको. इतने ग्रैंड प्रोग्राम आप 10 दिन के अंतराल में कर रहे हैं. आयुर्वेद बहुत बहुत साधुवाद आपको. और मैं आशा करता हूँ सुनील कुमार जोशी जी से प्रार्थना करता हूँ. सर, उत्तराखंड आयुर्वेद यूनिवर्सिटी, वेलकम सर, स्वागतम. हम सब आपके आशीर्वचन की प्रतीक्षा में.
मैं प्रोफेसर सुनील जोशी जी, हमारे जो ऑनरेबल वाइस चांसलर उत्तराखंड आयुर्वेद विश्वविद्यालय हैं, उनको इनवाइट करता हूं कि वो उद्घाटन करने के क्रम में अपने दो शब्द का आशीर्वाद देने की कृपा करें. प्रोफेसर सुनील जोशी, ऑनरेबल वाइस चांसलर उत्तराखंड आयुर्वेद विश्वविद्यालय.
ऑनरेबल प्रोफेसर इंडिया एंड अब्रॉड, organized by Kamdhenu Deen Dayal Kamdhen Gosala Samiti, Mathura, and Uttarakhand Ayurveda University. I welcome you all. Thank you. Thank you very much.
कोई दूसरा मोबाइल पास से हटा लीजिए उनके सर के। दो मोबाइल एक साथ चालू होते तो इको आती है।
Yeah, I am using only one mic, and as I am seeing that Professor AYUSH Sharma ji from Mauritius is very well with us, I, with the deepest of my heart, welcome you, sir. And it's my pleasure. We are fortunate enough to have your Ashirvachan and well wishings. And your speech is always a great moral boosting for us all. So with these words, I invite you, sir, to please share your knowledge with our platform. Thank you so much.
Namaskar to all. I requested Pawanji that I would better be joining just to enhance my knowledge after listening to the dignitaries, because I surely have got no experience upon Mriga Ayurveda. As
Sir, excuse me, I would just want to inform about you to my audience that Professor AYUSH Sharma is with us from Mauritius, and he is the chairperson of our Ayush chair there in Mauritius by Government of Mauritius. So it's our great pleasure that he is with me and extending his blessings in a form of his speech to our webinar, and he is gracing our webinar, which is 614th of its hybrid nature. Thank you, sir. Please proceed.
Maybe, sir, I can share my thoughts upon what this chair is doing. You know, how did I come here and what we are planning to deliver. And surely, as I updated you, I surely will be. I'm here to learn a lot about Ashwa Ayurveda and Mriga Ayurveda from the stalwarts, and not in a capacity to contribute towards animal husbandry or Ayurveda veterinary. When it comes to this chair, then as you all could be knowing, the Government of India, Ministry of Ayush, has got this Ayurveda chair MOU with 14 countries. And out of 14, only 2 chairs are active and 12 are still vacant. So I was the first to be sent to Mauritius, and then we have got another chair which is active at Latvia in Europe. And what we are doing in Mauritius, we could do a few things in Mauritius in last 15 months. We could include Ayurveda and yoga in the primary school health curricula. The primary school curriculum from Ministry of Education, we could convince them to include Ayurveda and yoga for the primary school kids, because Ayurveda very well says NCDs are a one-way traffic. They come and they do not go back. Prameho Anushanginam, that is, they stay with you forever. So we suggested the government of Mauritius to catch them young. We should not be waiting for reactive medication when they become a heart patient or a diabetic, then we are giving them medication. That will be too little too late. We have to catch them young when the kids are 10, 12, 15 years of age. And when they are into their habit forming years, that is the time we should introduce Ayurveda and yoga to them, so that they develop right habits and they grow up into a healthy adult. And they are not a disaster in waiting. That is, when they are 30, 40, 50, then they are bound to have one NCD or another. Then we could also work out with the Ministry of Health, Government of Mauritius, to complete the Ayush spectrum in Mauritius. Like a Siddha and Unani were not approved over here, and with the little efforts, we could convince them, the Government of Mauritius, to include Siddha and Unani also, and that is how completing the Ayush spectrum. So Mauritius is a rare country after India and Sri Lanka, where all the 5 Ayush streams are government approved, are legal, are validated. And Mauritius also shares a rare distinction to launch an Ayurvedic garden at the President's house. Rashtrapati Bhavan will be having an Ayurvedic garden. All the presidential palaces world over have got lush green gardens. They all have gardens. Those might be having some medicinal plants also. But the Rashtrapati Bhavan in Mauritius is having an Ayurvedic garden with 80 herbs from Ayurveda. It is called Ayurvedic garden, which is a big boost to Ayurveda. And His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Mauritius, is very clear. He tells us, whenever any state guest would be coming to me, I would take them around to this Ayurvedic garden to tell them the strengths of Ayurveda and the strengths of herbs, which is really so motivating, so encouraging. With this, maybe whatever little background I have got about Mrig Ayurveda or AYUSH Ayurveda, we have been learning or listening, overhearing for like many decades that from Pandavas, Nakul and Sahdev were expert with the animal health, and during the Mahabharata war, these two were treating the injured animals. Then Rigved has got a lot of mention about Mrig Ayurveda. Shalihotra has done a lot of work upon Mrig Ayurveda, Hasti Ayurveda, Shwa and Ashoka the Great was the first to have an animal hospital, one animal hospital as old as in 15th century. So there was a dedicated animal hospital. There have been multiple modern researches which prove Ayurveda is of immense utility to animal health. There have been protocols to diagnose Vata Pitta Kapha for animals, for cattle, for dogs or cats. Are they, what symptom are they having? There have been researches which prove the same herbs what we are using, it could be Trifla or Ashwagandha or Haridra, Shunthi, all are working equally well in the same conditions and in the same health and disease conditions for the animals as well, albeit varied posology. The doses surely will be different. The National Dairy Development Board of Gujarat has proven that there are so many conditions, especially like ticks, the infection conditions, urinary tract, skin. There are so many conditions. They have listed more than 20 conditions from animal health, from cattle health, where Ayurveda is more important than the Western medicine, is more safer than the Western medicine, especially when it comes to the antibiotic residue after giving the Western antibiotics. So surely, Professor Agnihotri ji, if we have got like some interaction available, if there is someone to ask me something from like what we are undertaking at Mauritius, I'm open, and I will be handing over to you, Professor Agnihotri, for continuation. As really I'm here as an audience to listen to the worthy dignitaries. Professor Agnihotri ji.
एक्सीलेंट जी, बहुत अच्छा। ई शर्मा जी, आपने मतलब आप तो कह रहे थे कहीं कुछ नहीं हो, उससे आप आयुर्वेद और एनिमल हस्बेंड्री तक आपने ज्ञान दिया। एक्सीलेंट डॉक्टर ई शर्मा जी, ब्यूटीफुल। अग्निहोत्री सर, आदरणीय अग्निहोत्री सर।
Thank you, Professor Pawan Sharma ji. Thank you, Professor Pawan Sharma ji, and my heartfelt feelings regarding the address which enlightened us, your distinguished skillfulness of Professor E. Sharma sir. You talked about the history and informed us regarding the veterinary hospital established by Ashoka Mahan. So in this way, it's again revitalizing of Ayurvedic knowledge, its perfection, its implementation way back, centuries back, decades back. And we are fortunate enough to have such kings of our country. And again, the knowledgeable persons like you you recalled all these informations, which made us more and more effective to go for Ayurvedic systems use as far as our students are concerned, as they feel that they are simply here to study only Ayurveda. So this is their eye opener, and of course ears opener to understand this is the biggest umbrella of Ayurveda, which provides all sorts of life tools and of course the treatment tools from Ayurvedic section to the crops, animals, abees, and all the sectors. So you should feel proud of it that you have become the student of Ayurveda. So with these words, I again thank Professor AYUSH Sharma, who has pained a lot to join from Mauritius and enlightened us with their knowledge. Thank you so much. Please do join as and when we are in need of you. Thank you so much.
Sure, sir. Thank
Over to
you.
Pawan Sharma ji.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Now I would like to request Dr. Venkat Joshi ji. Venkat ji.
Namaskar.
Welcome, Dr. Venkat Joshi, Director of Association of Ayurvedic Academy, London, UK. So welcome, Dr. Venkat Joshi ji, my elder brother, my friend. Welcome, sir.
Namaskar. Thank you, Dr. Pawan Kumar Sharma ji.
Sir, just listen to me. Professor Venkat Joshi ji, he is President Association of Ayurveda Academia in UK, London. So we are fortunate enough to have your presence from London, and we do hope that your knowledge will enhance our concept and feelings regarding the Ayurveda and how it is much more useful in the field of the veterinary and of course the Gau Mata along with all the other animals like elephant, horse, cat, dog, etc. So with these words, I invite you and honor you for your presence. Over to Professor Venkatayan Joshi. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Dr. Agnihotra, sir. So the first thing is, in UK, when we see all the pet dogs, all the pet cats, when it is being prioritized and having these veterinary services. But recently, it's so fascinating to look into how significant Goshala and their prospective services in UK under the Ahimsa Ayurveda, under the patronage of British Order Empire and Nitin Agarwal, and as well as Dr. Manmohan Singh, where the Hindu Forum President, UK, with the Vishwa Sanatana Ayurveda, Vishwa Sanatana Dharma Mandir, where I am also a trustee, actively involved in the knowledge spreading causes for this health and traditions, including all parliamentary party group. Secretary Amarjit Singh Bamraji regularly conducting annual gatherings, not only yoga, International Yoga Day, International Ayurveda Day, but also for these allied sciences, Vastu, and then Ashwa Ayurveda, Hastya Ayurveda, and so on, all the traditional systems of Vedic wisdoms, which are going to be prevalent from Gandharva Veda to everything. So to the point to explain from the significance of Vedic knowledge, what it is from the Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, Chaturvida Purusharthas, and they are pertaining to the origins of the creation itself. For example, when we see the Milky Ocean being churned, and what is that Divya, what is that connections to mundane in conjunction from divine to mundane is the emergence of the things coming from Kamadhenu, Nandini, as a Pashu, Ayurveda based, Kalpavruksha from the Padapa point of view, and then the Uchchaishrava, the Ashwa point of view, and Hayagriva, that's what we said. And then the Airavata is the Hasti, Ayurveda point of view. So this is the origins of the Brahmasmrutyam Ayurveda is connecting to Chaturvida sadhanas, to the Chaturvida vargas, from the sources of Divi Manusha Pashupadapa. Divi Manusha Pashupadapa. Padapa is a Vriksha Ayurveda. Pashu is from the Kamadhenu Nandini, which is a connection from the Divyaloka to the mundane world. This is being evidenced in the Vasishtha Maharshi Ashram, in the Bharadwaja Ashram to Bhargava Ashrams, and we can see the father of Bhargava Rama, and he was keeping Atri. So all the sages were owning this divine cow, not only as a symbol, but it is a boon for all the prosperity in our mythology. So considering that it is our priority today, I was connecting to the subject from pet dogs to the pet cats, is the pet calves being carried in the cars. And that is what a biggest change ever our beloved Honorable Prime Minister has started giving significance to Dharma, giving significance to Ayurveda, and that is what we can see. Gomata is worshipped being carried, the calves in the back seat of the cars. And this is what my Bharat is proud of, being spreading that knowledge and wisdom to elsewhere. So for the restoration, I am taking up as a project. I am taking up as a project from Gorakhpur, Gorakshanath Institute of Medical Sciences, where I am at the current for some PhD programs, initiated to say what is the significance of the cow, and then Goshalas attributed from AYUSH department to every autonomous university and colleges. And this should be a Goshala, definitely, because when we have botanical gardens, when we have herbal gardens, when we have all the laboratories, the pharmacology, pharmacognosy, and in the study circle, when we have Rasashastra and pharmacy, why don't we have the Goshala, which is the most important for making Panchagavya? It is the manure for the organic growth in the campus. It is the manure for the medicinal plants to get qualified. And it is the product for the Panchagavya preparations. And that is what we have to spread the voice in the Bharat for the restoration of the Dharma in this Kali era to begin with the services to Gomata. And then to the quality cows, it is not, it is the Gir cows, it is the Dangi cows, it is the Punganur cows. We have more than 27 species of indigenous cows I am talking about. This is the utmost importance. When I visit in colleges, I see the cow as a symbol being projected. Anywhere is the Jersey cows. And that is not our cows. You wonder, before this Hitler, during those times, when the Asian origin cows were exported or brought into by ships into the Western countries, they couldn't survive in the cold. And what they did mutations, they did genetic exploitations. They added pigs' genes to the cow indigenous to make as a different race of the cows. The evidence for that is there is no neck fold, Gangadolu, there is no neck fold, and there is no hump of the nadi for the cows. And they choke the horns. And these cows are wilder, hybrid race, have no sattvic quality in it. The evidence, when you buy lot of milk and it is kapha, kara, kapha dosha, kara, pichila, more guru and abhishanda. And this is the reason why in the West, abundance of the milk as industry, devoid of dharma. And you wonder, you will never buy a cow's milk if you see how they are reared and culled and being used, the placenta for the fodders to the animal fodders of the fish fodders, whatnot. And this is unfortunate. So we should not make our Bharat polluted by this hybrid. Already the hybrid species 2 days ago, there was a summit went on and all the secretary of AYUSH and officials were there. They were concerned about the species of the medicinal plants, which are even very common, like the Musta Nagaramota is being under the extinct, and they are finding alternatives. No, we are not here to find alternatives. We are here to find our roots of the originality in the seed bank to the species bank. And that is our motto. So we have to begin that is kind of preserving our indigenous species in the plants to the animals, and then heal from that point of the wisdom what we have.
Those who have unmuted their mic, please mute so that the speaker's voice will be
Ashaful Kalam, please unmute yourself. Ashaful. Yes. So this is the reason why we have a lot of projects under Ayushman Bharat to the Ayush Raksha, Ayuraksha. Prime Minister Modi ji is put up into enormous yojanas, pranalikas. Unfortunately, the implementation should be in a right way. What we are motive to restore the dharma from the beginning of the every Ayurveda institute should have this Goshala and respect to these cows, to have this Panchagavya Grutas, to all the Panchagavya preparations to, and also the manual, which the cow itself is the transforming health unto the mundane world itself, is evidenced from Kamadhenu to Nandini. This is not a symbolic, this is not just a mythology, this is the reality from the beginning of the creation itself. And that is what I was telling about the Divi Manusha Pashupada divisions, how they are significant to Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, is a link to the extent of my childhood observations of rural villages, and how the Vasa and how the demulcent products coming from the urad, coming from the egg yolks, and coming from the decoctions, certain preparations of the herbs being boiled from the Kumari, and as well as to Nimba and Adatoda Vasika I mentioned, and some other things they used to mix, and they have these bamboo feeding tubes for the animals, cattle, when they get ill, with the demulcents to protect the lining of the intestines. And that was since childhood, this traditional folklore uses of these medicines were successful for revival of these species. So there is a lot information, as Professor Ish Sharma ji has mentioned about from the Vedic wisdom, how the knowledge from Ashoka's point of view of the hospital restorations and the medicaments, then we have to more focus on to integrate into the Pashu Ayurveda veterinary science as well, as a part from more preventive aspect of the health restoration. And then first important thing is to feed in a breed in a natural way of our own indigenous cows rather than hybrid varieties. The hybrid plants, I wanted to see when I wanted to develop the botanical gardens, and when you go into the nursery, sir, do you want a desi or hybrid? What an unfortunate situations we are in. And this is what the Britishers, when they were there in our Bharat, they broke our back by seeing that these people are much believing and holy cows they are worshipping, and that faith we have to take out. That exactly they have did it for us. They have did it and say that the coffee tastes very better with the buffalo milk. Why do you have this cow's milk? And they started this dairy farm, and they started crazy drinks for us. So our ignorant, rural, illiterate people were fascinated by this, all the fancy drinks coming from the West. And then we followed, of course, the tea, which is there with us, and we are addicted for. And these are okay, but not other things. And then that is the stake where the cows are being culled and being given for these butchers, and then buffalo milk is being put up into the dairy farm. This is a planned, skilled breaking of our faith and dharma. They understood cow is the most significant animal for them. When they took these cows, they couldn't survive, and they made all these genetic mutated cows. And the evidence is, and the cow is producing a dairy allergies, nut allergies, dairy allergies, and so much of health difficulties coming from natural sources, because it is not natural at all. And that's a cow and pig gene mutated species. It is not holy cow. So we have still some holy cows. And if you go in the Tirupati Tirumala Devasthanam of these Punganur white cows, and the milk and the ghee prepared out of it, and that is what the health is. In Ayurveda, it is mentioned, the cow's ghee is the nectar, ambrosia, like the honey. Unfortunately, neither in my Bharat, the pure honey is available for me, and the pure cow's milk is available for me. This is the unfortunate state. When they made the statistics, the consumption of the milk and the production is not tallying. How much is we are polluted by this chemical milk? This is the dangerous thing. This is the responsibility of our Ayush Mantralaya. This is where we have to restore Ayush and Dharma, Ayush Suraksha projects. Not that integrative model of high-tech Ayurgenomics is our priority now. पहले हम पृथ्वी पर चलना सीखे, बाद में हवा में उड़े. तो हमको हमारा घर से, हर घर से घर घर आयुर्वेदा, हर घर आयुर्वेदा, ऐसे जो कम्युनिटी हेल्थ में जो करना है 5 गांवों को, और उसको साकार रूप से इस दृष्टि पर हमको इस शोध करना है. और गांव गौ माता से, गैया माता से, गोरक्षपुर से, गोरक्षनाथ के आशीर्वाद से अब ये होगा. अब इसलिए मैं कह रहा हूं कि जो नंदिनी और कामधेनु ये सिंबल होगा, और पशुपतिनाथ जो वाराणसी के क्षेत्र के प्रमुख हमारा आदि दैव विषग है, और वो इसलिए वो नंदी से ही हमारा नंदी और हमारा गौ माता, वहीं से हमारा स्वास्थ्य जुड़ा हुआ है. So this is not an artificial feeding. So I am taking more time, and this is my vision, and this is my plan. I am starting spreading already, and then I will be spreading this voice on 26 as well. So every university, autonomous universities to Ayurveda colleges should initiate as the botanical herbal gardens. हमको albino rats, guinea pigs को पालना नहीं है, हमको गौ माता को पालना है. वहां से आयुर्वेद का कुछ सीखना नहीं होता है. एनिमल्स को अननेसेसरी हार्म करके, वुंड्स लगा करके, मलम लगाना, ये हमारा आयुर्वेद का शोध नहीं है. ये बहुत गलत है जो कर रहे हैं. एक कहते हो अष्टांग हृदय में आत्मवत सततम पश्चेत पिपीलिका मशकादपि. एक यूनिवर्सिटी में मैंने देखा, वो विद्वान साहब, हम आपके लिए सैक्रिफाइस करते हैं. अल्बिनो रैट्स को, गिनी पिग्स को सैक्रिफाइस करके टिश्यू स्टडीज फार्माकोलॉजी में टेस्ट करके हम क्या बनाना चाहते हैं, क्या चूज करना चाहते हैं. ये हमारा आयुर्वेद के विरुद्ध है. ऐसा नहीं कहता हूं कि फार्माकोलॉजी नहीं होना है, वहां पर होता है. एनिमल मॉडल टेस्ट आर बेस्ड ऑन द बिहेवियरल टेस्टिंग, बिहेवियरल स्टडीज. मैंने पीएचडी में जो बिहेवियरल स्टडीज किया अल्बिनो रैट्स पे, जैसे रोटारैट टेस्ट हो, ग्रिप टेस्ट हो, और IQ टेस्ट हो, so many tests are there. You can use animal models for getting the behavioral studies for your validation of your pharmacology. It is not just harming skins and then they are not able to stand and sacrificing them and studying the histopathological evidences. That is nothing for Ayurveda. So with these words, I take remain, the pause from here is Sharmaji, and then Agnihotriji and Pawan Kumarji and all Mahindra Vyasji, everyone. So I thank you one and all. Thank you. Namaste.
Thank you very much, जोशी जी. बहुत अच्छा, आप तो धारा प्रवाह बोलते गए, हम लोग सम्मोहित होकर सुनते गए. बहुत बहुत आभार आपका. अग्निहोत्री सर, अब हम हमारे साथ डॉक्टर सैकत वसु हैं कनाडा से, और उसके बाद शेखर अन्नम बोटला जी यूएसए से मेरे साथ हैं. तो अग्निहोत्री सर.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Dr. Professor Venkat Joshi ji. You enlightened us with your knowledge, and we are proud of it that you practicing and talking about the benefits of Ayush preparations for veterinary use from London. It's a proud moment for us that you have joined and graced the occasion. Meanwhile, in our platform, Dr. G.N. Notial has joined us, and he is one member of our Board of Indian Medicine here in Dehradun. He is the president now. I am just came to the upgraded information that he is now president of our Board of Indian Medicine Dehradun of Uttaranchal. So we welcome from our IRES platform, and again we also welcome to this ongoing international webinar with the help of our Deen Dayal Kamdev Gosala Samiti. So at the same time, we cannot miss the contributions of our Dr. Hemendra Yadav, who is our Karyakram Sanyojak and Upmantri Deen Dayal Kamdev Gosala Samiti, for his dream, for his vision, and for his all organization capacity. We are here and conducting this international webinar. So along with Professor Joshi's, his contribution is equally appreciable, and we are all getting benefit out of that. So with this remark, I again thanks Professor Joshi ji for his contribution from Canada. Oh, Shekhar Anna Voltaji, very good morning. Professor Pawan Sharma ji has received you. We are fortunate enough to have you talk afterwards. Thank you so much. Welcome, welcome India. And now I again request Professor Pawan Sharma ji to just inform some information about our Dr. Sokat sir, Sokat Basu, regarding his availability, and he is comfortable to address.
Sir, thank you Agnihotri sir, thank you Venkat sir. Now I would like to request Dr. Sakat Kumar Basu.
Yes.
He is animal lover. He is conducting a project on beach, because the destruction of beach is directly impacting on the fertilization of inflorescences in the world. So he will be guiding us on today's topic. Dr. Sakat Kumar Basu from Lethal Bridge, Canada. Welcome, Dr. Sakat.
Thank you so much, Dr.
Thank
Sharma.
you, sir. Thank you, Professor Pawan Sharma ji. It's our pleasure that Dr. Sakat Kumar Basu, who is Executive Research Director of Performance Seeds and Lethal Bridge, Alberta. So we are fortunate enough to have his presence to our hybrid international conclave 2023, and we are sure that his knowledge is going to enhance our status of Ayurveda pertaining to even the veterinary use, of course, for the purpose of seeds cultivation and seeds quality enhancement, as he is the expert of that. I welcome from the IRES side, and again from the side of our Deen Dayal Kamdev Gosala Samiti organizers. Thank you so much. Please join. Namaskar.
Thank you. Namaskar. It is a pleasure for your warm invitation and reception. Thank you so much. I want to extend my sincere gratitude and thanks to IRES, AYUSH SAMRIDDHI, and also to the Uttarakhand Veterinary University unit. Congratulate you all that you are taking Ayurveda to the next level and stage. I'm very proud of that. I am not an Ayurveda practitioner or a veterinarian. I'm rather an agriculturalist and an environmentalist. But nonetheless, I am a big fan of this Ayurvedic practices, and I greatly appreciate you all taking this to the next level and promoting Ayurveda in every corner of the society and also taking it internationally. Thank you so much, sir. Highlighting on the importance of Ayurveda, there is nonetheless post-COVID, Ayurveda interest has increased to a monumental manner in all the Western countries, because before the vaccine was released, a significant amount of treatment that was happening in every other country was dependent on herbal medicine. Now, one of the challenges of production of herbal medicine in Western countries is that because they have limited weather conditions, which means most of the countries are colder, they do not have a very long cultivation season. And as a consequence, because a vast number of the medicinal plants are tropical, subtropical, or subtemperate in nature, it is difficult to grow these plants under this environment. Furthermore, we do not have the expertise and the knowledge or the intricate details of producing the agronomic background for all these kind of important medicinal plants, which we need to grow commercially. So what's happening is that across the world, including India, these medicinal plants are harvested from their natural habitats in a huge, massive number, and this is depleting the natural resources. And for many of these medicinal plants, they have become endangered. Few are pushed towards extinction. I also work towards bee conservation because of pollution and related diseases among the bees. Native bees are dying at an alarming rate around the world. But the problem is medicinal plants and bee conservation are integrated. I am working on this is because most of these medicinal plants are flowering. And since they are flowering, they attract a lot of pollinators like bees. And by integrating habitats that has both medicinal plants growing naturally along with the different flowering time, they cater to the population of bees so that the bees can come and go and forage on them at adequate time. Medicinal plants, as you could see, this is not only applicable in case of human, it is also applicable in the treatment of animals, particularly the pet industry in the Western countries. They're a very highly organized industry, not only for the cattle, not only for the livestock treatments, but also for domestic pet dogs and cats. People spend fabulous amount in dollars. So if Ayurvedic medications are made popular, this will be a boon for Ayurvedic industry, even by infiltrating the pet industry or the animal or the livestock medicinal industry in the Western countries. But for all of these potentials to grow, we need the successful growth and regeneration of medicinal plants, which at this point of time is a matter of great risk because we cannot produce them successfully commercially in the Western countries. And nor are, other than a very few handful species, it's not very easy to grow them commercially. We need to do extensive research to find out the agronomic parameters to produce them. So, particularly Ayurvedic medicine and the herbal medicine, the phytochemicals coming from them, I have a great demand. And often big shipments are returned or are discarded is because the quality control is not maintained from the supplier groups, which is a huge loss for countries like India because they are harvesting the plants, sending it without proper processing, sometimes even without reducing the amount of moisture in the plants. So if they are transferring them and it takes a long time for this transferring and the packaging is poor, what happens is that there is bacterial and fungal growth, which produces a lot of spores, and many countries will not allow external fungal growth, external bacterial growth, infected plant materials to get into their country. So we harvest them, but at the same time, we are making financial losses because these big confinements are being returned or rejected. And in many countries, what they do now is they will take down the whole material, burn them, destroy them, and also send you the return notice. So which is a significant, huge loss. So one of the important things that I would like to suggest for our Ayurvedic practitioners and also the industries which are working on the commercialization of the medicinal plants, whether it's for human treatment, whether it's for animal treatment, whether it's for the pet industry, to pay serious attention towards the proper packaging, proper storage, and proper transportation of medicinal plants to the Western countries, because it's a huge revenue earner coming up in the future. But we have to make sure that the quality of these plants, how they are being transferred, is being maintained or monitored very seriously, because it is only going to impact our industries if we send in poor quality materials. And also it's a huge loss to the nature, because you are harvesting without regeneration. So with this, I greatly appreciate you all for inviting me to this platform. And I also once again congratulate you that you are taking Ayurveda now to every corner and making it so popular. IRES Society and all the members, including Dr. Pavan Sharma and others, you are doing a commendable job. And through my humble part, I would definitely like and spread it to the North America as much as I can. We need to look forward for more productive collaborations in the long run, so that we can produce publications, not just seminars, conference. Like, we really need to do quality research work and collaborate with one another across Western universities and research institutes and institutes like you. So thank you very much, and wish you all a very successful conference. Thank you very much, sir, for your kind invitation.
Thank you very much, Dr. Shekhar. Dr. Shekhar ji, thank you very much. Agnihotri sir. Shekhar ji.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Professor Pavan Sharma ji, and thanks, Dr. Saukat ji. You have given your experiences of your country in your working, the way you are proceeding with the Ayurvedic information and knowledge. As we all know that our chief guest of today's concluding ceremony, our respected honorable Chief Minister sir, is just yet to arrive. So I will request Professor Pavan Sharma ji to please ask our Shekhar ji to extend his knowledge to this platform. And I think he is the last speaker of today's international. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. It's a pleasure. Bye.
प्रोफेसर पवन शर्मा जी, शेखर जी को इनवाइट कर लीजिए।
Agnihotri sir.
Yes, sir.
So now I would like to request ji from you. Now, tomorrow he will be going to deliver a letter on scope opportunities in USA. So I welcome Professor Dr. Shekhar Botla from Pennsylvania, USA. Dr. Shekhar.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Professor Pavan Sharma ji. And with full heart, I invite Professor Shekhar Botla ji, who is the president of Association of Ayurvedic Professionals there in North America, in Pennsylvania. So we are fortunate enough to have his knowledge and his blessing. So I invite Professor Shekhar ji, please share your knowledge and good wishes. Thank you. Over to Shekhar.
Thank you. Thank you one and all for inviting me for this online webinar. We see that Ayurveda, Ayurvedic veterinary science, we need to have all the Ayurvedic colleges in India, in abroad, to have an MOU with the AYUSH Ministry and the veterinary colleges, where Ayurveda can be incorporated in the animal husbandry, where we are seeing a lot of people who are eating animal products, from the eggs to the chicken and goat and other animal products, animal derivatives such as even the vegetarians. They are eating the milk and yogurt, cheese and curd, all the varieties of derivatives we are eating. This is having a direct impact, hormonal imbalance and dietary imbalances and nutritional imbalances are happening. For that, we need to have a quality of the products to come out. What we can do, there's a lot of plants and medicinal plants has explained clearly that like a Shatavari, Ashwagandha, these are the things which are abundantly available in the forest, where we can bring the Shatavari, Vidari-Kanda and Ashwagandha, Kapikachu. These are the herbs can be given to the animals and to see the quality of the milk production and the substances, how they are coming, and the animals when they are eating, even the chicken, all the animals they are eating. Now, when they're eating of medicinal plants, the medicinal mamsa, the mamsa becomes medicinal and is having a very healing qualities. Whereas now people who are eating the animal products, they don't have proper nutritional values, and at the same time they are getting a lot of nutritional imbalances as well as diseases also. Now, when we are eating the hormonal balanced, hormonal medicinal animal products, then antibiotics loaded with the antibiotics and everything, those animal products can lead to various health problems. People think that oh, eggs does not have any hormones. Without hormones, they cannot produce it. So we always recommend that people who are eating organically grown, free-range chicken or something, eggs can be taken, because the reason is that they think about still the hormones are they fed the medicinal plants to them, definitely having a very good health impact is there. Ayurveda never recommended that not to eat meat or animal products, but of course in the pujas and all the performances and medicinal usages like that, we are using cow's milk, cow's urine, and buttermilk. Some of the medicines are used with the buttermilk and everything. So these medicinal values are there, and samskara is a very good impact on this thing health. So this is the thing what we needed to do. I strongly urge to have collaboration with the Draveguna department and as well as with the veterinary hospitals, where veterinary colleges, universities, where having collaborative sessions are there. Then they can come up with a AYUSH ministry can come up with the AYURVET program, and that can be taught to the doctors who are licensed doctors who are practicing veterinary medicine. It will be very good. Always the veterinary hospital and Ayurvedic hospitals next to each other. Then they can collaborate each other. They can discuss with each other and all the different things they can do it. And thank you one and all. And also, of course, we implemented this type of knowledge and everything in Atlanta, Georgia, where in USA we have given this information knowledge to all the veterinary doctors there, and definitely it will having a strong impact on this health. Thank you. Namaste.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Shekhar. Thank you very much for your valuable words. Now I would like to request Agnihotri ji to sum up the program. I hope time is over. And if anybody, senior experts, would like to communicate his blessings from your side, please invite him. Yes, yes,
Please, yes, please.
welcome.
Sir,
Yes,
because
please, my pleasure.
for the first time, we can see so many students behind Professor Agnihotri ji. If we can take some questions from the students, that will be the most relevant, sir. They are the end users.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your such a great compliment for my students. Student clap. Professor E. Sharma is giving a best compliment that they have ever seen such a gathering of students to this international webinar. So all credit goes to my dear students that they have participated and they witnessed this international webinar on today's platform. Well, I am so thankful to Professor Shekhar ji. As we all know that he is the busiest person and he is the president of the biggest association organization he is holding, named as APNA. So I'm pleased here and my whole platform is pleased to have you and your good wishes. Thank you so much. So with these international distinguished guest speakers, we are enlightened, completely enlightened and overwhelmed for your blessings, for your knowledge and all that, and for formal our gratitude for the organizers, the whole team of Deen Dayal Kamdhenu Goshala Samiti, and also the whole team and administration of Uttarakhand Ayurved Vishwavidyalaya is with us, and with the dream of Professor Sunil Joshi, our Honorable Vice Chancellor, and with the association of our Deen Dayal Kamadhenu Goshala Samiti Corporation, this time, this movement came to existence, and by whole heart, we thank them all. Our great, we are all feeling indebted for the contributions the international guest speakers spare time, knowledge, and availability for us all. We are really thrilled with your knowledge, and your presence is always a rare one. So thank you so much. And I just request to, so on behalf of the university administration, our all colleagues, all faculties of three, our campus, Rishikul campus, Gurukul campus, and the main campus, Harawala, are here with folded hand and fullest of our heartfelt pleasure. Extend my thanks in a form of vote of thanks that the persons beyond our national limits, they all joined with a request of Professor Pawan Kumar Sharma ji. So the person behind it, the whole of the happening, the backbone of today's this hybrid conference would only be possible with the tirelessly working of Professor Pawan Kumar Sharma ji, who hails from Bhopal at present and had been there in Imam for last 30-35 years. So with his great contribution, we are here to conclude and extend my thanks, heartfelt pleasure that you contributed. So with these words, I would hand over the mic to Professor Pawan Kumar Sharma ji for the formal thank giving. Thank you so much.
So we are making it live from, sir, big lake of Bhopal. If behind me you can see the big lake of Bhopal. It is the biggest lake in MP, the city of lake. We, I, Shekhar, Dr. Jaspal, Dr. Himanshu, all are with you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Sunil Joshi ji. Thank you, Uttarakhand Ayurveda University. Thank you, Agnihotri sir. And thank you, Team IRES. Jai Hind, Jai Ho. Thank you very much.
Thank you.